Everybody had a good time in the workout I keep saying workout sessions, workshops. The workshops. I sat in a couple myself, and they were really good. So I'm excited to be with y'all today. My name is Josh Miles, and today we're going to talk a lot about synergy. Talk a lot about synergy as the secret to your business success. All right. I like to say there really is no secret when you understand what I'm about to show y'all today. A lot of people feel like I can't get to where I want to be in my business. What's the secret? There really is no secret, and today you'll see why. And so let's jump right into it, all right? It's just, make sure my clicker's working. There we go. Can y'all read that? This is the slide with the most text on it, all right? But I'm only with y'all for about 30 minutes today, and so in our short time together, I got a couple things that I want to do. The first thing is help you believe and commit to your own God-given potential. I believe that God has given everybody gifts and skills. I believe that there's only one of you in this world, and it's your job while you're on this earth to just do what God has called you to. That's fair? All right. The second thing is for you to get confidence in what you're called to. If you're unclear on what you're called to, I want you to have clarity. And also, I want to really show you that there's a ton of opportunity in the marketplace today for you to grow and scale a business. Businesses shut down every single day. And I believe that the primary reason is because people are really good at what they do, but they don't understand marketing. All right. If you're really good at what you do and you don't understand marketing, you'll just be the best kept secret to ever live. Okay. If you don't want to be the best kept secret, then I'm going to show you what the secret is. All right. Here we go. So the thing I'm going to need for you, can we make a commitment? I'm going to need y'all to decide, I'm going to go all in. We're getting a lot of information today. We had workshops. I'm going to give y'all some stuff. The thing that I hate more than almost anything else is for people to just become informational fatheads. All right? I'm going to need y'all to commit with me to go all in and actually use the stuff that y'all learning today. Is that cool? Otherwise, we're wasting our time. All right? So what does it mean to go all in? This is somebody that did not go all in. This is somebody that did. She is not all in. They are all in. Can we all commit to going all in? If you're all in, say, I'm all in. I'm all in. All right, let's get it. We got a deal. So for everybody that goes all in, here's what we're going to do. I want to do something special for y'all because I know that the greatest asset that we have is time. People say time is money. That's actually not facts. That's not true. Time is infinitely greater than money. I could always go make another $1. I cannot get the last 2 hours back. All right? So since y'all have invested time today, what I want to do is give y'all something in return. And at the end of this presentation, I'm going to give everybody access to the #1 product in my business for free. Is that cool? All right? So who am I? First of all, I am a Christian, but I'm also the husband of this beautiful woman right here, Sherelle. We've been married 7 months, and we believe in being fruitful and multiplying, so we got 7 kids. That fast. I'm just kidding. We are a beautiful blended family. Our oldest is 20, and the youngest is 7. And so we've been married 7 months as of a couple of days ago. And so love my wife to death. I'm also the owner of One Stadion. And One Stadion is just a full-service marketing tech agency. All right, so what does that mean? We do everything from coaching and consulting. We do website build-outs and graphic design. We also do back-end automation and follow-up systems. We build that out. That's the stuff that nobody likes to do. Right? You probably heard the quote, the fortune is in the follow-up. Most people never follow up, which is why they don't get the fortune. All right, so we build out those back-end automated systems, and then we also have a software tool. If you've heard the term, it's called SaaS, S-A-A-S, Software as a Service. We just launched our own platform in January called Velocity. That's what we're talking about in the back at the vendor booth, and I'll talk a little bit about that today as well. All right, I'm also a marketing coach and strategist. I'm a strategist through and through. I love helping entrepreneurs get out of their own way, get clarity, and move a whole lot faster than they can on their own. All right. Since 2020, I've probably spent well over at this point, probably 16,000 hours, but about 15,000 hours studying marketing and implementing marketing strategies and systems for myself and other businesses. I've worked just in the last 3 years with about 350 companies or so. From a consulting perspective. So I've seen a lot of different industries. And as you'll see today, at the end of the day, marketing is marketing. No matter what kind of business you're in, no matter what industry you're in, we're all basically trying to do the same thing at a very general level. All right. And I'll show y'all that today as well. All right. A little bit about my story. I wasn't always the guy that knew marketing strategy. In 2016, I launched my first company called Jaywalking. It was an e-commerce company strictly around the Jordan brand. And I was planning to be the next eBay, next Amazon. I was going to be the middleman. Let me connect buyers and sellers of Jordan tennis shoes. And when they interact and engage around a sale, I just take a percentage. Pulled money out of my 401k, invested about 50 grand, and not much happened. I remember it was 2 weeks before the official launch. I had spent about 3 months and gotten about 12,000 emails in a database and realized, dang, I don't have no shoes on the website. Just young and zealous, moving super fast, missing stuff. And so I would I would travel with this company called SneakerCon. Anybody ever been to SneakerCon? Heard of it before? Cool. I used to travel with SneakerCon. They'd hit up 1 or 2 cities a month. I would go to every city that they went to. They went to Miami, I went to Miami. They went to Chicago, I was in Chicago. They went to Phoenix, I was in Phoenix. I was in LA at the BET Awards. It was a 2-day event, Saturday and Sunday. If you've ever been to SneakerCon, thousands of people are walking around, ton of vendors selling shoes and anything in the sneaker space. I'm sitting there, I'm at my vendor booth, and there's a table next to me where this guy's got shoes stacked 9 feet high, and he's got actually 2 tables, got a ton of inventory, trying to sell it. Kid walks up with a backpack on his chest, starts engaging with the guy next to me around a pair of shoes that was super hard to find, pulls out a stack of $100 bills about this thick, counts out 60, and pays $6 grand for a pair of shoes. And I'm sitting there watching the transaction. He gives the kids the shoes. He recounts the money, makes sure he's good. Deal's done. Kid leaves. Everything's good. I'm sitting there like, this is tragic. And the reason it was tragic was not because the kid paid $6 grand for a pair of shoes. The reason it was tragic was because the guy didn't get his contact info. And I was like, he just paid you a cash deal at $6 grand. And it's Saturday. We're going to be here tomorrow. And it hit me. Most people are really good at what they do. They don't understand marketing. And so what I did was I pivoted and said, how do I help these vendors who are all selling sneakers? I had no inventory. I said, how do I help them become better marketers in this space? And so what I did was I changed up the brand and started showing up as Jordan giveaways. And so I would show up to these events, me and about 5 of my friends. We'd all have these shirts on that say, if you want free J's, holla at me. Every single event that we went to, we'd walk out of there with a minimum of 1,500 emails. I'd go back to the vendors that were in the space and say, I got all your ideal clients in my database, run a giveaway with me. They paid me to run a giveaway. We did it all online, and we did that over and over and over again. All right, in about 6 months, we got about 20,000 emails. All right, how many people would love 20,000 of your ideal clients in your database, like in the next 6 months? Would that change your life and your business? Absolutely it would, right? This is us. We kept making the system and process better and better and better. And that's just what we did over and over again. And so we would go to these events, run it, get emails, go back, and we just had a system that we followed. I was in a business partnership with somebody at the time, decided to get out of that space because the business partnership went bad, jumped into direct sales. Anybody done network marketing? Direct sales. Did that for a little bit, jumped into the real estate space, started flipping houses. One of my unique marketing strategies in the housing space was I would rent out people's windshields on the back of their cars. So it'd be the same phone number, different extension on every single car, and I could track if I got calls, who the call came from and what car it came from, and then when I closed on a deal, I'd pay them a commission. Right? So super creative marketing strategies. Until stuff wasn't good, I was flipping houses, had a contract to take me for about 30 grand. And life downward spiral real quick. Called up one of my friends and said, I need a job, homie. He was a manager at a shipping company. He was like, it's the holidays. I need some extra drivers. You can ship boxes for me. And that's what I did for about 3 months just to pay the bills. right? This is a picture of me and my daughter. You can see her little head's back there. But I had a bunch of boxes, 300 boxes a day, just delivering boxes, trying to make stuff work. I had walked away from a 6-figure job to start my own business, and here I was. Stuff was real bad. Anybody ever been there? Thought business was great until it wasn't, right? But during that time, I would drive around and listen to marketing podcasts, and I started putting more of the pieces together when it comes to what it takes to be a good marketer. And so I'm driving, delivering these boxes. This is my friend BJ. I've been talking a lot online about sales funnels, if you know what that is, and just marketing strategy. And BJ reaches out. He says, hey, I see what you're saying. I need help getting my book out there like I wanted to. He had been an author, was traveling, doing speaking engagements, and in about 3 years, he had about 600 contacts in his database. In a month, we doubled his list. We got another 600 contacts on his list. He had more book sales in 1 month than he had over the past 3 years. All right, and so marketing is the key if you are going to run a business, and that's when I said, you know something, I think marketing is this thing that I'm good at. Let me just focus on that. And so I dove headfirst into marketing and started my agency, One Stadion. And that's what I do today. And so the title of the presentation today starts off with the word synergy. If you're not sure what synergy is the combined power of a group of things when they are working together rather than the total power of each working separately. Okay? Teamwork, essentially. So what does it take to create synergy in my business? How do I have my business have a synergy to it? Well, when I put these key elements together, they work together and help propel me forward faster than I would if it was just each individual piece. And the three of them, if you're taking notes, we're going to look at what those components are right now. The first one is this: coaching. All right, how many people have a business coach of some kind? How much better is business when you have somebody telling you exactly what to do rather than trying to figure it out on your own? Can anybody with a coach say that that's true? Right? When you have a coach, a mentor, somebody that has been there before, has been where you're trying to go. The first piece is coaching. All right. Quick story. In 2020, I had never invested in myself before. This is right before COVID. I go to an event called Funnel Hacking Live. If you ever heard of a tool called ClickFunnels, I went there. I sit in on this event, and I'm like, man, this is a great event. Really good information. And what happened was this. I started meeting all the people that I looked up to online. The second picture is a picture of Myron Golden. Anybody know who Myron Golden is? I've worked closely with Myron. Myron, rubbed shoulders with him initially, got a chance to work with him on a few things, but these are some of the other marketers that I looked up to, and I'm rubbing shoulders with them. And as I'm there in the space, I'm like, man, they're killing it. Multiple 7-figure businesses, the whole nine. But I'm struggling. And at that conference, they have people walk the stage if you have $1 million business. You get an award. They spend 3 hours parading people across this stage. One of the problems I had was very few of the people walking across the stage looked like me. Right? The other thing was I was listening to people do presentations, and I'm like, y'all not better than me at this. So it's not about talent. Right? You can be as great as you want. What they had figured out was marketing. They had something that I didn't have, and when I started realizing what one of the things was, here's what I learned. The people who invest in themselves get the best results and reach their goals faster. A lot of times we look at things as an expense, and we don't want to put money on the table, and so what happens? We just move a whole lot slower, right? If you view things as an investment and say, I'm investing into myself, and if I put in the work, I'm going to get an ROI. I will get a return on the investment. The second thing I learned is that when people who invest in themselves invest based on the level they want to be at, not the one where they currently are. Right? So it's one thing to say, dang, I don't have the money. It's something else to say, nah, in order to get to where I want to be, I'm going to have to do something and make a change. Because the reality is this, if you were ready to be where you wanted to be, you'd be there already. All right? And so investment is key, so I decided to join this coaching program. I joined this coaching program. That's Russell Brunson right there. He's the owner of ClickFunnels, one of the fastest growing companies in the country the last few years. I joined this coaching program. This is what happened. In 2019, I'm working full time for myself, and I made a full $20-something thousand, like with kids. Full-time job, 20-something grand. We struggling. I joined this coaching program in February of 2020, and immediately my income jumps to over 6 figures. The beauty of coaching, having somebody guide you through the process. Literally, I'll jump on a call like, hey, what should I do here? I got coaches telling me exactly what to do. I just go execute. Hey, such and such didn't work. Make a couple tweaks, go execute, boom, it hits, right? That's what happened for me when I started learning marketing. And now what I get to do is actually work with clients and have them do the same thing. These are two of my clients for my coaching program. I host a conference here in Houston every year called Accelerate Live. And we celebrate clients as they go from 6-figure years to 6-figure quarters to 6-figure months. All right, and so that's what we get to do. And so that, from a coaching perspective, that's the first component that you need in order to have synergy. You need somebody to guide you through the process. The second thing is strategy. All right, now, two things are typically true. How many people would say, I am amazing at what I do? Whatever business industry, I'm really good at it, right? We should see all hands. Like somebody should say, like, I'm really good at what I do. You're not going to find somebody to do it like me. If not, we got to get better at your skills so you can get your hand up. All right? The second thing is this, though. When it comes to marketing our business, we aren't as sure, so we just try any and everything. Right? How many people are like, I really don't have a marketing strategy. I'm just trying stuff. Somebody told me to post more on Instagram and do more reels, so I just do more reels. The reels have no direction. You have no plan for when you're going to post them. There's no, like, consistency, nothing. We just doing stuff, right? That's most people, so you don't have to feel bad about it, and that's no judgment. But the key is to have a marketing strategy. You got to have a marketing strategy when it comes to running your business. So I need y'all to say that with me. I must have a marketing strategy. I need y'all to say it with your chest, like, I must have a marketing strategy. All right, that's super important. You got to have a marketing strategy. Again, no marketing strategy means I'm going to just be the best kept secret. If I'm really good at what I do, nobody's going to ever know. All right? You don't want that to be the case. All right? You must have a marketing strategy. What I've done is put together, let me back up. I spent about 18 months coaching in a coaching program. And so I was spending 60 hours a month coaching entrepreneurs one-on-one. 60 hours a month. I've seen so many different types of businesses in different markets, industries, the whole nine. The beautiful thing about it was it gave me a ton of reps to figure out, like, y'all all doing the same thing. And so what I did was I said, what am I doing consistently to help people get these results? And so I went and created a framework that I call my business acceleration roadmap. If you want to accelerate your business, these are the 7 steps you got to follow. All right. The first one is to identify your ideal avatar. The second is to solidify your core message. And then we look at we create a prolific framework, which this is a framework. Then we put together what's called a value ladder. I'll talk about that in a second. Then we build out your sales funnel. Then we build out your fulfillment and follow-up. This is essentially the engine under the hood of the car. All right. A lot of us love our products and services, and it's almost like building a car with no engine. It look real good, but is it going to go anywhere? Okay, we'll talk about that in a second as well. And then you got to launch your traffic strategy. Interestingly enough, most people, if you're anywhere on social media, most people say you got to post more, which I don't disagree. It's just not first. Right? If I don't have systems running my business, I'm going to keep posting more and then work myself to death because I can't even handle the weight of the volume if a bunch of people come through the pipeline. So you got to have a good follow-up system. All right? And so that's the business acceleration roadmap as a whole. And so this is what it looks like. The first 4 steps end up being your business acceleration foundation. This is the foundation to your business that you can build marketing principles on this over and over and over again. And the last 3 steps become your business acceleration method. The business acceleration method is what we normally consider to be marketing. All right? And this is what it breaks down to. It's marketing one-on-one. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. Y'all follow me? Everybody has a message and an offer. You've got something to say about what you sell. Is that fair? And I'm trying to get people to pull out a credit card and pay for it. The second thing is I have a sales process. When somebody says, I'm ready to buy, or I'm ready to give you some information, we need a process to actually make that happen, right? Having people Cash App you and Zelle is not a scalable business. All right, you got to be able to take people's payment information. And then the last thing is having a fulfillment and follow-up system. Okay, I can do one of 2 things when somebody gives me their information. If they're buying something, I need to make sure I give them what they paid for and fulfill on it. If they gave me some information and didn't make a purchase, but I want them to make a purchase, I need to follow up until they do. I tell people all the time, like, people are like, I don't want to keep sending emails. And I'm like, listen, you better follow up till they die. Right? Because here's the thing. If I really believe that what I have to offer is valuable, then the most loving thing I can do is give you an opportunity to take advantage of the value that I'm putting on the table. And the reality is, if I'm hungry, I have no problem paying for food. Fair? If I had a flat tire in the middle of nowhere and somebody pulled up with tires on the back of a truck, I have no problem saying, how much are these? I'm glad to pay for it. If we have real value to offer, you should be okay charging people for what you do. Because you can't do it for free and do it forever. So charge them so that you can stay in the game and continue to serve people at a high level. Is that fair? All right. Business acceleration method. This is what it looks like when it's together, though. We drive people through the top of the funnel. We drive a ton of traffic. They come through the sales pipeline. We either fulfill or follow up, and that becomes like a pendulum. It swings back and forth. We fulfill and follow up. We fulfill and follow up. We fulfill and follow up. There's something right in the middle called a value ladder. A value ladder is how we ascend people from one product to the next, and the principle is real simple. People will spend more money when something is more valuable. It's the reason a house costs $300,000 and a Twix is $1 and some change. One's infinitely more valuable than the other. Is that fair? Because of that, we want to ascend people up the value ladder. Now, this looks like stairs, right? If you think about the bottom, that's where you might have something that's free. The next step will be something that's, less than $100. Maybe something. Next step is something, $500-600, and then something at the very top is over $2,000, right? The goal is to ascend people up the value ladder. It looks like stairs, though. Most people don't like taking the stairs, and even more people hate climbing ladders, right? What I do and bring to the industry is I turn this into an escalator, and we automate the process of you making money on autopilot. How many people would love to wake up every day and it's like, we got more money in the bank account and I was asleep, right? You don't have to join a network marketing company to build residual income. You just need a good marketing strategy that allows you to convert buy leads into buyers on autopilot. This is what we do, all right? And so this is the key to marketing, is honestly having those 7 steps in place and then turning on the engine so that it's automated. All right. How do we actually use this process, though? Because it sounds nice in theory. Does it sound like a lot of work to anybody? Like, yes, a lot. I didn't think about marketing like that. I thought marketing was making the Instagram posts and praying to God somebody actually clicked the link in my bio, right? I'm all with clicking links in bios is necessary. There has to be a strategy. I got to get people off of Instagram. I got to get people off of Facebook onto my email list. That's the name of the game. Quick story. Facebook bought Instagram in 2011. Anybody know how much they bought them for? How much? $1 billion. How much did Instagram make per year? 0. Instagram was not monetized. Why would Facebook pay $1 billion for a company making no money? The email list. Facebook knew the value of a customer. If a customer is worth X amount, it's worth it for us to pay $1 billion to get those customers into our database, because we know what happens when a customer hits the database. Y'all see the beauty of that? You got to get people off of the social media platforms into your database and moving up the value ladder. I had a guy once, he had 100,000 followers on Instagram. Launched his first t-shirt line, couldn't sell 100 of them. He's counting on Instagram to get the message out there. I don't want to trust Mark Zuckerberg to sell my stuff. I need to be in 100% control. I need to get you off of the platform onto my email list. So if I have your name, email, phone number, and God forbid your address, I will show up at your house. I'm in control of my marketing, and I'm in the driver's seat of my business. Y'all see the beauty of that? So how do we use this value ladder? The last piece is systems. Systems. You have to have systems. First, you need coaching. Then you need a solid marketing strategy. Then you need solid marketing systems. Here's what most people currently do. Most people don't know what they don't know about technology. How many people are like tech savvy? Feel like I'm really tech savvy. And if you ask me to hook up most stuff, I'm good. Okay, a handful of people. For the rest of us, we're going to be stuck, right? Most people don't consider having tools that are useful for today, but will still be beneficial for them as they grow, i.e. tomorrow. I like to tell my clients, if 1,000 people showed up tomorrow, what you gonna do? 1,000 ready buyers. Do you have systems in place that can actually convert those into sales? Because if not, you're gonna be kicking yourself. Most people are paying for multiple software tools and barely use what they're capable of. They overspend on monthly software subscriptions, and they spend hours manually doing things that they can have a system do for them in seconds. All right? Most of us are living life like this dude right here. This is us in our business, working super hard. If we saw somebody doing this today, we'd be like, what are you doing? Why? We could be riding around in something like this, right? We could have a car that takes us where we got to go without us working hard. All I got to do is steer the thing. And so this is the type of thing that we build for our clients. But over the last few years, I've been telling people for a long time, there's no system that does everything. And we will build whatever tech system you need. We'll build it out for you, put it together. But now, because we have this tool called Velocity, we roll in like this for our clients. We're able to put them in something that really drives itself. It looks fly. It looks cool. It does everything that you need it to do. And so what is Velocity? It's an all-in-one marketing software. How many people pay for software tools to run their business? How many people have more than 2? How many people have more than 5? See, we got a lot of different tools that we use in our business, right? Velocity does a ton. I'm short on time, so I'm not going to run through all of this. But here's the thing. The core functionality of Velocity is that it allows you to automate all the different things that you need in your business. If you have a website and you want to have all your social media posts be automated, I can set these up one time and they're going to run whatever day of the week I set it for. It does it for you. If you want emails to go out on autopilot, it does it for you. If you want, what else we got in there? Two-way text messaging. Did y'all know emails get opened up 20% of the time if you're good at it? Text messages 97% within the first 5 minutes. If you don't have a text messaging strategy in your business, you're losing. You got to be able to get in front of people, right? But not only have it go out, but what if they text you back and want to start engaging via text? Have that in a system, all right? You can build out your website, your sales funnels, and so to keep it fairly simple, it provides you with a system that allows you to serve your clients more efficiently, i.e. save time, which also in turn helps you serve more clients, i.e. make more money. How many people want to save time and make more money in the process? It'd be beautiful, right? That's what we help our clients do with Velocity. And so this is what it looks like. You have coaching, strategy, and systems, and right in the middle, that's how we create that synergy. That's how we create that synergy, by having all three of those working together. And so that synergy is what creates scalability. We talked about a business growing, right? Your business success is really contingent on you being able to scale. You got to be able to grow. Manually working and being the bottleneck in the business is not scalable. This synergy is what creates scalability. And so I told y'all I was going to have a freebie for y'all, and so I do. You can get your free copy of my Client Magnet Strategy Guide by texting OCBF to 281-426-0031, or just scanning the QR code right there. So you can get my free Client Magnet Strategy Guide. This walks you through the process of identifying people who are ready to buy, so you stop wasting time talking to folks who would never be interested in the first place. All right? But I decided I could do better than that instead of just giving y'all a free digital PDF. So what I'm going to do is give y'all free access to Velocity for 14 days. You can try it out, decide if you like it. If you like this, I'm not feeling it. You just unsubscribe and you're good to go. All right, y'all can try it out for free. You cannot get this online anywhere else, so you can try it for free for 14 days. It's $137 a month if you decide to keep it, but you get all the pieces to a marketing system that you need inside of one platform. You also get free access to what I do every single week. I have open office hours every single Wednesday, so if you need help with your marketing strategy, anything tech related, anybody using Velocity, we on a call working through whatever your issues may be. And then the last thing is that business acceleration roadmap. I have an entire masterclass with about 25 hours of training where I'll walk you through every single step of the way. You can pause the video, go apply, watch a video, go do what it says to do, and then come back and keep going through the process. All right, you get free access to all of that stuff today by scanning the QR code. So that's a list of everything that you get. You get the Client Magnet Strategy Guide, the Velocity, the weekly open office hours, and the Business Acceleration Masterclass. And you can get all of that 100% free by just texting OCBF to 281-426-0031 or scanning the QR code. All right, my wife and I will be at the back of the room if y'all have questions, but that's my time, that's the presentation. Y'all make sure y'all create synergy in your business.
Okay, guys, let's give them a big round of applause. You guys can do better than that. So real fast, we need to go ahead and start the raffle for the door prizes, so she'll be up shortly. But guys, let's keep this conversation going. We don't, it doesn't necessarily have to be an economic summit or learning summit to reach out to black entrepreneurs and